It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
It's the jump off. Welcome to the Sheryl Underwood Show. Hot topics. We discussing anything. It's a go. We going live now. Got a favorite song? Call into the show. Is we ready? Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Sorry. You didn't play my song.
Wait a minute.
Super producer.
Yes.
Did you play my song? Follow me. Play my song. Follow me. Okay, we'll play it somewhere in the show.
Yeah.
Play it somewhere in the show because the Iceman cometh.
Wait a minute.
Big Frost.
Oh, Lord.
When it's cold outside.
Come on, Courtney. Come on.
Girl, who are you holding? Or Marion.
We getting better.
We getting better. We need to go on the road. Or Marion, Icebox, where your heart used to be.
Icebox.
Yeah, that was my cut. Oh, Marion, that's my cut. Harry Sutherland, our favorite country lawyer.
Hear ye in the house.
You got a lot of explaining to do. I think we got to catch up on some stuff, and some subpoenas is flying.
That's right.
And today is the state. Is today, or did it have? It's some day this week. It's the State of the Union. But we want to hear from our listeners first.
Yeah.
1-855-SHERYL1. Was you digging it? Did you dig what Stacey Abrams, the response and everything, or you stuff like I didn't watch it before you hear from us, and then we'll get it at the end of the week, right, super producer?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get it in at the end of the week.
Yep.
Our favorite country lawyer, with the week roundup is amazing. So we're gonna get our response at the end of the week. Courtney Black back with the facts.
You know that.
Thank you for opening my eBay.
You're welcome. This is a mini skirt, Sheryl. Where you wearing this to?
Is it a mini skirt?
Oh.
No, I don't know if it's a mini skirt.
Knees out? Uh-oh.
No, not me.
Well, it's going to be a mini skirt once you put that
with that black t-shirt. I was about to say, that's right.
Kyle Irby. Kyle Irby, I'm Aaron Sagan.
Rise up.
That makes it a super mini.
Listen, if I just lose a little more weight in this stomach and maneuver that donkey donk, yeah, here we got some good discussion in entertainment. Is Mary Poppins racist?
Ooh.
Oh my Lord!
Put a black face. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. And I don't know if my heart is ready to talk about this. But 1-855-SHERYL1, Christoph St. John.
Can't believe that.
Yeah. So we might talk about that. So if my heart is in it, but we got a lot of things to catch up on. Jim Kelly, owner and proprietor of Sports Bar. The Super Bowl discussion is not over, but we also got some NBA and Major League Baseball. Who got fired over leaking what? Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. The Sports Bar is gonna be good. So let's get to it. Also, our phone lines are always open to you. 1-855-SHERYL1. We got also in these early blocks the word of the day. We got word of the day. What is the word of the day? Ascertain. Pretty good. Might I ascertain your name? That's good. We only use that
Whenever
in
a show
sentences.
says might I, it's good.
Yes, that's right. Or what made you think? That's my thing.
What made you think?
What made you think?
Or what you might consider.
Might you consider? That's my thing too. That's my thing. And then we got our HBCU shout out sponsored by Metamucil, because I am a paid endorser for Metamucil. Join the 2-week challenge. Yes, it must be nice. Is that Life Jennings?
Sure is.
Yes.
Is that Life Jennings?
Yep.
Man, listen, we calling them out. Well, let's get to it. We'll be right back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio. And now it's time for Sheryl Underwood Radio's 60-second moment in music history. Give it to me, Tyrone Dubois.
Thanks, Sheryl. I'm R&B historian Tyrone Dubois with a 60-second moment in music history. Called the father of modern gospel, Andre Crouch was born in Los Angeles, California, and formed his first musical group, which featured vocalist Billy Preston. He began to record his compositions in 1969. On the charts, he had 2 top 10 singles called Pray in 1997 and his number 1 song called No Time to Lose in 1984. Other songs include Don't Give Up, Mercy, and The Gift of Christmas. Crouch also worked with Michael Jackson, Madonna, Diana Ross, Elton John, and Quincy Jones, to name a few. His film credits include The Lion King, Free Willy, and The Color Purple, with a rousing rendition of Maybe God's Trying to Tell You Something. Crouch won 8 Grammy Awards, 6 Dove Awards, and received an Oscar nomination, and became one of the first black gospel artists to cross over to mainstream contemporary Christian music. Andre Crouch passed away in January 2015 as a result of a heart attack. He was inducted into the Gospel Hall of Fame. For more information, you can go to my website, rnbhistorian.com. I'm America's R&B historian, Tyrone Dubois, for Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Hey, this is Vic Frost. Thank you for listening to the Best of Sheryl Underwood Radio. We'll have the best of for you all week. Time now for your Sheryl Underwood Radio News.
For Courtney Black, I'm Tyrone Dubois, and this is Sheryl Underwood Radio News, with headlines from across the nation and around the world. President Biden used stark language as he mourned one of the worst acts of racial violence in U.S. history, marking the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre. Biden outlined his administration's new efforts to combat the country's racial inequality during a speech in Tulsa, memorializing the hundreds of black Americans who were killed by a white mob that attacked their neighborhood and burned dozens of city blocks to the ground. Miami-Dade police have released surveillance videos that show 3 male suspects who they say opened fire at a crowd outside a concert venue in Florida, leaving 2 people dead and 21 wounded. The shooting stemmed from an ongoing rivalry between 2 different groups, according to the Homicide Bureau in Miami. The intended target was believed to have been standing in front of the concert venue when the shooting began. Michael Flynn, a former national security advisor to President Donald Trump, appeared to endorse a Miramar-style coup in the United States. For months, QAnon and Trump-supporting online forums have celebrated the deadly military coup in Miramar and suggested the same should happen in the United States so Trump can be reinstated as president. A member of the audience who identified himself as a Marine wanted to know why a Miramar-style coup couldn't happen here. To which Flynn replied, quote, "No reason. I mean, it should happen here. No reason. That's right," end quote. A message posted to a Parler account that is used by Flynn claimed Flynn's words had been twisted and he was not calling for a coup. The country of Belgium is recalling its ambassador to South Korea following an incident in which his wife was recorded striking a woman in Seoul. In a statement, Belgium's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said it had become clear that their ambassador could not further carry out his role in a serene way. The ambassador got into a confrontation with 2 shop assistants. Police in Seoul originally said she couldn't be prosecuted due to diplomatic immunity, but in its statement, Brussels said that it has been waived. For the first time in over a year, millions of Americans gathered for a major holiday or physical distancing, but the majority of Americans still aren't fully vaccinated, leading to a possibility of yet another post-holiday spike of coronavirus infections. While most deaths have been among the elderly and those with pre-existing conditions, COVID-19 has killed more children than the flu this past year, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. In sports, Rich Paul, who is regarded as one of the most powerful NBA agents, representing more than 30 players including LeBron James, Ben Simmons, and Draymond Green, said that it is hard to represent a white player because they don't want a black agent. In an interview with The New Yorker, Paul tackles other subjects, including firing some shots at former ESPN commentator Bill Simmons, who criticized LeBron James a decade ago for the production known as The Decision, where the superstar announced he was leaving his hometown Cleveland to play for the Miami Heat. Paul believes that Simmons' issues had in a sense to do with race, saying, quote, "He wouldn't have said that about Larry Bird," end quote. And in our Good News segment, 12-year-old Hanson Gurney wanted desperately to cheer up his grandfather and came up with a plan to give him a surprise of a lifetime. Malcolm Hanson had loved Spitfires since he witnessed a dogfight over his head involving one of the vintage aircrafts as a boy living in 1945 during World War II. His grandson knew that he dreamed of flying in one, so to help him celebrate his 80th birthday, the boy wrote letters to airfields and private Spitfire owners across the UK asking for help. Bosses at Goodwood Earl Doman were so touched they offered to fly the 2 of them in the classic aircraft. Harrison managed to raise enough money to fuel his grandfather's surprise by doing chores around the house and offering to do garden work for other family members. And his grandfather finally got to live out his fantasy of taking to the skies and even had a chance to take control of the aircraft. In the letter, it said, quote, "Can you help me mend my grandfather's broken heart?" He was worried because he wanted to help him smile again, end quote. For Courtney Black, I'm Tyrone Dubois, and this is Sheryl Underwood Radio News. You can reach us at 1-855-SHERYL1, or you can email us at SherylUnderwoodRadio.com. Stay tuned for more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. So we at the top of the show getting that 6 seconds from here. That news you can use that word on the street from our favorite country lawyer, better known as Judge Harry Sutherland. Oh, Harry, you know we got to bring back the Google honoring for.
Oh yes, Sojourner Truth.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah, you want to do that now?
Well, we can.
You want to do it now? Yeah, we gotta do that. Also, Gregory Hines got a stamp.
Got me my book yesterday, Underwood.
Yeah, you did.
Brought it with me.
We love Gregory Hines.
I need to know how many I'm supposed to save.
Yeah, you keep them on.
No,
we got to use some of them.
Buy 2 books
Stamps
and
are
use
expensive.
one.
Yeah,
they forever
the whole
stamps.
book.
It's like I just need 2 or 3.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. I'm like, this thing is like.
Are they self-adhesive? Are they self-adhesive? Yeah, self-adhesive. That's the one.
Stamps are pricey.
Yeah,
that's right, Jim.
Yeah.
This Gregory Hines.
I'm like, I
need to use this.
Yeah.
I know. That's how the President Trump was running the government. And I thought he was gonna fix everything, and because remember he wasn't he mad at the Amazon dude?
Bezos.
Because he was saying that's why the postal service wasn't making no money.
Right.
But big ups to Amazon. Did they get that sister from Starbucks?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Yeah, that's
named her to the board. That's right.
Yeah, named her to the board, Harry Sutherland. But what is Google doing with Sojourner Truth?
Well, they started off Black History Month, February, by honoring Sojourner Truth, and that's the first person that they actually honor. They're gonna be honoring more throughout the month.
That's fantastic.
She's what's that? We call her abolitionist, women's rights activist.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
say it, Harry Sutherland. Go ahead with your bad self. Abolitionist.
Well, I'm just glad to see Google is doing something, that's recognizing other people. I think that's great.
Because last we heard.
They ain't did nothing.
Come on, Courtney.
They ain't did nothing. but just think if we could do Black history every day.
Yes.
I think that it would stop the division of people believing that certain things, homages to Michael Jackson,
right,
and things like that are helping. They're not. So if we did Black history acknowledgments all year, every day, all year, then I think people would understand that. You would understand who was the first, who was the first person, the black man who had to wear blackface to work in entertainment.
Right.
And to me, I think white people would also get to know us better. If we talked more about our history in conjunction with white history, Hispanic history, Asian Pacific Islander history, and so on and so forth, and the history of how white people got over here and how you treated Irish people bad.
They need to know the truth.
That's right. And then some Irish people that say, well, I'm not associated with those people.
Right.
I'm more like you. You know what I'm saying? See how I did that? Black History Month moment is brought to you by Sheryl Underwood Radio. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, this is Vic Frost. Thank you for listening to the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio. We'll have the best of for you all week, but this is a special message.
God bless you, family. This is the Bishop. For many of us, we have ideas, we have purpose, we have plans, but yet we've given up on them. I personally understand this because there's a plan in my heart and there's a purpose that I've thrown to the wayside, and I've decided that it'll come later after I do some things. But day by day, moment by moment, there's still yet that tug that you can feel deep down inside, knowing that you need to make the plan happen. I wanted to tell you that you're not alone when you feel that way. God has put this plan in your heart and in your body, your soul. And the thing is that we have to push this plan out. See, the tug that we feel is simply labor pains. It is God reminding us of what he put inside of us. And the more that we resist, the harder the pain becomes. But yet and still, when we begin to yield and give it to God and allow him to do it in his timing and everything else, he begins to make our labor pains a little bit more smoother. You have to understand that you can't give up. And even when you want to give up, you don't need to give up. Stephen King wrote various scripts and sent them out to publishers and got rejected and rejected. The last time he wrote one, before he became big and famous, he tells a story of how he wrote this script, looked at it, and just crumbled it up and threw it in the garbage. It was his wife who pulled it out and said, "What are you doing?" She sent it in to another publisher, and they published it, gave him a multi-million-dollar contract. If he had given up, he would have never been a great screenwriter. So don't give up, but allow God to use you for his glory and for his benefit. Don't fall short. Don't be weary in well-doing, but in due season, you shall reap a harvest if you faint not. I pray that God strengthens you, He settles you, He perfects you, He establishes you. And if you want to talk to me, you can always call 1-855-SHERYL1. If you need prayer, same thing. You can call 1-855-SHERYL1 and ask to speak to the bishop. I'm Bishop Eric Sloss. God bless you.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, Harry Sutherland, giving us that 6 seconds from Hill, our favorite country lawyer, Judge Harry. You there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Are you right here? Okay, here's the question, Harry. They subpoenaed the golf course and the campaign.
And guess what? It's not Mueller.
No,
that's
Mueller.
right. Yeah.
Mueller. Who is it?
It's the Attorney General from Maryland that's subpoenaing the golf courses.
Yes.
And they're basically looking at whether President Trump violated the emolument clause.
Yes, because he's getting money from from foreign governments.
That's right, with the D.C. hotel as well as the golf courses.
Okay, but see, to me, I've said this before, Jim. They're going to go after him on a state level because you can't pardon yourself on a state level.
Can't pardon yourself.
Pardon me.
Everybody watching, they're watching Mueller, but they're not watching the state of New York or the state of Maryland.
That's right, and that's right, and they're gonna hit him on the state level.
That's right.
And they're gonna investigate him from all sides. It's like in World War II. Remember when Germany was fighting from all sides?
That's what got them.
That's what got them. Then they ran out of their resources. That's right. That's right. Harry Sutherland. What about the people that are being invited to the State of the Union?
Yeah.
The little boy, the child is a boy that's being bullied because his name is Trump.
Joshua Trump. That's right.
That's a damn shame.
Trump. That's terrible.
He live in the wrong area.
Okay.
He got the wrong last name.
Where he live?
Area.
Where he live?
I don't know where
he live.
He need
I
more.
thought he was in Delaware, no?
Is it Delaware?
That wrong? I'll check.
He's from Delaware.
Yeah.
Gonna have a hard
baby.
time. He need to move to Charlottesville.
No. No.
Sorry.
Don't we have an affiliate out there? We love you, Charlottesville.
We love you, Charlotte. Oh, we
love you, Charlottesville. We love you, Charlottesville.
We own every day
want
there,
y'all to
Cheryl.
get it together, but we love y'all.
Yeah.
I got a question.
What that is?
So did y'all hear that the dude that's gonna be lieutenant governor, if the dude stepped down to governor, got an accusation?
Yeah,
I did hear that.
yeah.
Justin Fairfax.
Okay, you heard that, Jim?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And what happened?
But the way I heard it was him and the girl was together.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she accused him of assault.
He said it's consensual.
Yeah, well.
And this is a brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lieutenant Governor of Virginia.
You stupid. What that mean, Kyle Irby?
I'm just like, is this the brother we think is going to step in if the white
He
man
was
goes
going to
out?
step in.
He was.
And that's what he
Past
said.
tense.
Don't you
You
think
got to
it
be
is a
prepared
coincidence?
for your
Yes.
opportunity.
Yeah, and to me, I think you're right, Courtney, that I think this all was some type of setup.
Always is.
But also, did they report that there are other pages in old boy's yearbook that got other people with blackface on?
Ooh, that was the thing.
That's
thing.
right. That was the
thing.
and everybody talking about that didn't happen in the 80s. Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did happen in
Is
the
the white
80s.
lady right when she said it happened all the time and nobody was tripping?
That's right. That's right. And
Is Megyn Kelly correct?
that's right. But Megyn Kelly, she tried to say, but what's the problem? That's what
That's
hung
what she
her.
lost it.
Okay.
That what's the
Yeah,
problem?
what's
It
the
hung her,
problem?
Cheryl?
Yes. Oops. Wow. Damn. We'll be right back. Shots fired at Black History Month.
Racism.
At least borderline bigotry. We'll be right back. More show radio. Damn.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, it is time for our word of the day. And our word of the day is ascertain.
Ascertain.
ASCERTAIN. It's a verb, transitive verb, to find out or learn with certainty. That's the first definition. Second, archaic, to make certain. Let's see. It's a Middle English word, ascertainium, to inform or give assurance to. Anglo-French ascertainier, from the Latin word ad, from certain. First used in the 15th century. Ascertain. Would you like to all use it in a sentence? Who would like to go first?
I wanted to, at the meeting, I wanted to ascertain if I could get all of the money.
Okay.
Or some of it.
There you go. That's pretty good. Harry, you want you?
I was able to ascertain that super producer like international women and black women.
Wow. There you go, Super.
Wow.
He's on both sides of the menu.
Wow.
I mean, okay, Harry.
But what you say he ain't picking from?
The color section.
That's right. Not in Black History Month. Shame on you.
What?
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Stupid boy.
That's James Brown.
Ready? I'm going to use ascertain in the sentence.
Uh-oh.
I was trying to take my fingernail polish off, but it wasn't ascertained.
Oh,
no.
To your fingers?
It's acetone.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Well, here's the thing about Word of the Day. A lot of people like Word of the Day. Remember when we first was doing it 5 years ago, and the dude was writing in going, "I like Word of the Day."
I remember that.
So we pick different words, especially words we use a lot, because I use it in a joke. Might I ascertain your name?
It's good. That's how we expand our vocabulary, right?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
Word of the Day.
And slowly the words will get bigger and more difficult to give definition to. So we
ascertain the meaning.
That's right. Go ahead, Kyle. I left it out there. Left it out there for you. And I thank you and Courtney for pulling together the Word of the Day. And Harry Sutherland, you be using them big lawyer words.
Oh yeah, pertinacity that I learned from Kyle.
Why y'all look at each other like it really is only Kyle?
Something tells me one person did.
That time.
Excuse me.
What's up?
So you pull them individually.
So Kyle really picks the Word of the day, and you just go along with it.
I give him a couple of words at a time.
Couple of words.
Kyle, what do you say, Kyle?
No, I haven't.
Given one word.
I gave. I'll go to my notes.
What word to go? I came up with a word. What word?
No, let me go to my notes.
Two.
Go to your notes.
Go to your notes.
That are only notes you wrote.
Given one and a positive.
One and a positive.
It's a spade hand.
Kyle gave us 300 words, and Courtney gave us one word.
Harry.
It's technically we, so I'm going to let it go.
Well, I got a bunch of words.
You know I'm going to send them 5 today.
Yeah, please don't.
Well, hey, I got a bunch of words. We'll be right back after this break. It's time for our HBCU shout out, sponsored by Metamucil, coming up next.
Hey, this is Vic Frost. Thank you for listening to the Best of Sheryl Underwood Radio. We'll have the best of for you all week. Time now for the DOC's Word on the Street.
It's the one and only, the big homie DOC, back at you again for another installment of Brothers Gonna Work It Out. Brothers, today I'd like to talk to you about the importance of standing up for what you believe in. You're gonna be tested left, right, up, and down by different people and circumstances that want to see how much or how vehemently you believe in what you do. Take our young sister Naomi Osaka, for instance, who made the claim early before she started the French Open that she wasn't going to talk to any members of the media because she feels they don't really appreciate what these players are going through, what these athletes live through, their daily lives, their takes on social justices, all of the above. They just want a news story or a headline to get that money, aka clickbait, which I agree with 100%. But Naomi Osaka believes so much in her stance that she walked away from the French Open and that gigantic bag that was sure to come along with it. I know some of you might see it as just being another foolish mistake by a young athlete, but you gotta read in between the lines, folks. How far are you willing to go for what you believe in? Are you willing to walk away from a gigantic bag, notoriety, fame, fortune for what you believe in, for your stances? This is not a rhetorical question, brothers. We could all learn something from the young sister Naomi Osaka this very moment. So I need every single one of you, myself included, because I struggle with this as well, but I need all of us to go ahead and do our best to not only stand 10 toes down, but also stand up for what we believe in. And I believe that will lead us to a bigger, better, and blacker future. But brothers, that's enough for me. It's the one and only, the big homie DOC, for another installment of Brothers Gonna Work It Out.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, it's time for our HBCU shout out, sponsored by Metamucil. Sorry I slurred that. All right, but the reason it's sponsored by Metamucil is because I got some my teeth done yesterday, so that's why I'm kind of choppy in the way I'm talking.
You're right.
Yeah, doing good. I always like to get my dental care done. But the reason it's sponsored by Metamucil because I'm a paid endorser for Metamucil. So is J&P Brown, and we await the announcement of the winning HBCU, the HBCU that won $10,000 because you signed up for the 2-week challenge of Metamucil. So we await that announcement. That announcement will be had in March and done on the Steve Harvey Morning Show with myself and J&P Brown in attendance. So that's why we're still sponsored by Metamucil.
Yeah.
So who we shouting out, Courtney Black?
All right, we got Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland.
Go ahead, put the whole address out there. Put the whole address out.
14,000 Jericho Park Road.
Jericho Park Road in Bowie, Maryland. Shouting out Bowie State. All right, Kyle Irby, what we got?
Barbara Scotia College.
Yeah.
All right, Barbara Scotia College.
In Concord, North Carolina.
Harry, you know where that is?
I sure do. Yes, I do.
Concord, North Carolina. All right, Barbara Scotia College. All right, Jim Kelly, who we got?
Sure, we're going to Jackson, Tennessee, and Lane College.
Lane College.
I got the address, too.
Got the address?
I do. 545 Lane Avenue, Jackson, Tennessee.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Hey, we congratulate St. Augustine's College because we were broadcasting on WAUG AM 750, but it's my understanding that that station has been sold and now they're going to play hip-hop music. Why am I happy about that? It's because it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's good. They had an asset that they sold.
Right. And we got the block party. So, I mean,
the house party.
The house party.
The house party. I'm glad you like the house party like that. All right. Harry, are you shouting out Elizabeth City?
Yes, I am. We're going to go to Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and shout out Elizabeth City State University.
That's what I'm talking about when we broadcast on WRVS 89.9 FM. And if you find an address, then we'll slide that in there.
Okay.
All right. Vic Frost, who you shouting out?
I want to shout out WCSU 88.9 FM Central State University.
Central State University. Is that in Ohio? Isn't that Ohio? That's right. Wilberforce, Ohio. Okay. And I'm going to shout out Langston University, where we broadcast on KALU FM 89.3. These HBCU shout outs have been on behalf of Metamucil because they sponsor our HBCU shout out. And we hope that one of the HBCUs that we shout out wins.
Yes.
Wins $10,000. And we await that announcement in March. It'll happen this month. And when we get the information, we're going to give it to you. And we're proud that Metamucil and Procter & Gamble uplift higher education, because we know that it's the key to jobs and freedom, and we know that black history is American history, but you don't have to be black to get a quality education at the HBCU. And we'll be right back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio after this break. Now it's time for Warren Ballantyne's Tell Me Something You Don't Know.
Thank you, Sheryl. This is Warren Ballantyne with Sheryl Underwood Radio. I'm going to tell you something you may not know. Well, the whole documentary has played and aired, and even Oprah had a bit after Neverland on the Michael Jackson documentary. Now, with that being said, this documentary was shot from the position of the two men. Nobody from Jackson's camp or family was interviewed. However, this is the same thing that happened to R. Kelly. Now, if we're going to take the position of mute R. Kelly, should we mute Michael Jackson? Should we stop listening to his music? You know, when you think about it, they had a lot of similarities, right? Nobody was forced to do anything. Parents left their children. They told you who they were. R. Kelly told you who he was in his music. Michael Jackson, Neverland was a great place for kids to come. Also, have you seen My Childhood? The song, to me, as I dissect it, it sounds like somebody whose childhood was taken away from them. And usually people who are abusers were abused as kids, just like R. Kelly was. Is it possible that these two young boys was telling the truth? Or was it that they just wanted access to the fame and the glory of Michael Jackson? All I know is this: dead men tell no tales. And they're going to make a lot of money off of this documentary airing. I'm Warren Ballantyne. I hope I told you something you didn't know right here on Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. So we're in entertainment right now, and yes, we're going to talk about while everybody's together, leaving Neverland. But first, we got to talk about the fact that they may have found a cure for HIV, which is the virus that leads to AIDS. Right. So what is it, Courtney Black? Break it down for us, Courtney Black. Back with the facts.
Wow.
Who is also a scientist.
And a doctor.
doctor?
I am, and you know they wanted me to do a job to work in an HIV laboratory.
Really?
They were gonna pay me so much money, y'all. Like,
and why you didn't do it?
Because you had to dress in like one of those white suits,
the hazmat.
like you going to hazmat, you going to the moon. Any little prick, I be daydreaming and stuff. Any little prick or something, that's your life on the line.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Wow.
But
you made that money though.
I thought about it, Harry. I was like, I'm gonna die anyway.
You went to Jordan
for one.
Did you?
Not for HIV, but for Rocky Flats, the old, which is Colorado. It's plutonium and all those things.
Yes.
Oh
So
man,
you didn't do
those
it.
suits scared me.
Plutonium?
Money. Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
What is? It was the movie with Jane Fonda. Chinatown. Chinatown was Jack Nicholson, and I think it was it the water that they were trying to mess with Chinatown? Isn't that the one where they cut his nose with the knife? I think John Huston was the villain in that. Matter of fact, shout out 3 the Hard Way. Oh, also somebody told us tangent when you mentioned I abdicate my throne because of the word of the day, sponsored by Hot and Mofo Nuts. Abdicate.
Like Coming to America.
Eddie Murphy. But China. It's okay. It was a meltdown. China syndrome. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Off the dome, baby. Off the dome.
Nailed it.
So weird.
Off the dome. Okay, so Courtney, what's the deal?
There may be. I mean, they may be a cure. I don't know. There's a London patient.
So they said this is the second time. The first one was it 2013?
I believe that's
okay. So now it may possibly be, if it's a cure for HIV, then they can move to a cure for AIDS.
Yeah.
We just gonna leave Magic off the list of people cured.
Maybe Magic got this treatment back in 2000.
Magic got money.
Last time I heard he was cured.
He was
Magic got money.
cured. It's gone.
But who said he was cured though? Did the dude down at the?
I don't know. I thought he was cured.
I was speaking. No, his viral level is just low.
Okay.
Yeah,
but then does that make him cure? Right? But does it make him cure? But I met a guy at the. I was speaking for the mental health African American mental health conference last week at the convention center.
Okay,
and the dude told me that there was a cure. Before this information that came out. And I was like, brother, we got to talk about this.
Somebody come and put a little, wrap them up and put them in a van. Hey, man, don't be talking about that cure.
Until we announce it. Until we announce it.
Put a paper towel over his face and he fell asleep.
You wrong for that car.
Scooped him right on up.
Yeah, scooped him, put him right in the van. I done told you about talking about the cure now.
Well, I'm just glad that they're still working on it. And Kyle, you said something.
Stem cell transplant?
Well, yeah, I was going to say they went to the root, stem cells in your bone marrow, like in your spine. So they did a stem cell transplant. Take out your old, put in a new with this genetic gene that is resistant to HIV. So it takes over all the plasma like in your body.
So it's a second patient that might be cured. There's this London doctor's report. Kyle, you want to say what is we going to
remember when stem cell research was going around, some of our people was not happy about that.
Republicans
and
Christians
was like, no.
But I believe, and we talk about this within spiritual nourishment with the Bishop Eric Salas, that I believe that God gives you the information, that God sends the information down. Where do you think aspirin, all of the things that came out the rainforest? So the Lord will give you the expertise and the knowledge, and it's your job to use it for good. So we had to get that in. I know it's entertainment, but we had to spotlight Courtney Black back with the facts, who is our scientist on this show. We'll be right back. With more Sheryl Underwood Radio. Right. Oh, we about to get to it. Leaving Neverland. What does Sheryl Underwood Radio feel about it after this break?
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, remember the phone lines are open to you, 1-855-SHERYL1, or email us at SherylUnderwoodRadio.com. And we got the World According to Sheryl, the podcast of Sheryl Underwood Radio. Courtney Black, open my eBays. On my eBays. The other thing is, on tomorrow, or later this week or whatever we doing it, Super Producer. Remember, Harry Sutherland got to run down everybody that's running for president and who not.
That might take an entire show.
Yeah. There you go.
A lot of Democrats out there.
A special episode.
One person that will celebrate tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, you about to be happy, right? I know you about to be happy. And while we got to rest with the Lord in sports, in the sports bar after this that we have to get to. That's right. And so right now, we were all tasked to watch Leaving Neverland. And Kyle, because you not paying for cable,
not doing it,
not doing it.
But I've read the transcripts just so I can stay in the conversation.
Stay in the conversation. Now, Harry, you watched.
I watched.
And you mad at Oprah?
I'm mad at Oprah.
Why so? Why so?
Because she would not have had that interview if Michael Jackson would have been living.
Really?
Because those are two powerful people, and she chose to do this after he has died and tried to kind of revive her career because her career went down.
Revive her career. Damn, Harry. Oprah's on the skins.
I haven't heard anything from that point of view.
No, Oprah hasn't. Listen, Oprah hasn't done anything since she came off the show. Oprah went the show. Let's do come on now.
1-855 show 1-855.
That's what happens when you get near Trump.
Refresh with hot takes.
Oh my gosh! Did you say?
I think that black and salmon done got to your head.
Lambasted.
Yeah, I went to the Trump class in 8. Yes, I did.
She got Lance Armstrong.
That's right. But wait a minute. Here's where it's at. So are you saying that Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk is now the new talk show?
That's it right there.
And that the fact that she changed how people felt about Jordan Woods.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Got them together.
She's the real deal now.
Maybe we'll talk about that on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to talk about that tomorrow.
Jada's not the real deal?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. And has Oprah hit the skids? According to
Harry.
Oh, this is wild. Okay, so wait a minute though. So we watched Leaving Neverland, right? Courtney, you watched.
I watched the first episode.
What'd you think?
It was interesting.
Riveting.
Yeah, very riveting.
Very well put together.
Very well put together.
You want to say something?
I'm just going to repeat what Cheryl said. I'm just going to repeat
some new information.
You start repeating Cheryl. What do you think, Carly? What do you think?
Well, I think people always. So funny. I think people.
I thought I was the hype man.
Right. You were.
That was riveting.
That's riveting.
Kyle will call you out though.
Come on now.
Listen to me. I was trying to be the hype man to
I'm the
Courtney.
voice of the audience because somebody driving to work being like, she ain't watching.
She got an opinion?
That's how I used to be in English class.
Right.
What did you read last night, Kyle? Well, it was riveting.
What did you read?
It was interesting.
It's women history month. Me and Courtney trying to be in solidarity. We come back.
Right.
Courtney, I'm going to let you say whatever you feel, Courtney. But forget these twos, man. I was trying to be your hype man, man.
Right.
Forget y'all.
I think when all of that stuff was
I
going on.
said when we come back, though.
Oh, when we come back, you did. On the other side.
That's what you're supposed to say now. When we come back.
We'll be right back before Sheryl Underwood Radio. Y'all off the chain.
I'm R&B historian Tyrone Dubois with a moment in R&B history. Of the top artists of the 1980s, I rated Stephanie Mills at number 9 in my top 10 acts of the decade. And while many may be shocked that she was in the top 10 at all, you'll probably be just as shocked at the female artist who didn't make it. But Stephanie Mills' time on the chart gives her the credibility of being there. Of 22 singles that reached the chart, 9 of those reached the top 10 on the R&B charts, and 5 of those reached number 1. Her number 1 singles include I Have Learned to Respect the Power of Love, You're Putting a Rush on Me, and her biggest single, I Feel Good All Over, among others. In fact, all 5 of her number 1 singles were in a span of 3 years. On the pop charts, and in an ironic twist, the single Never Knew Love Like This Before reached the top 10 of the R&B charts. However, it crossed over to the pop charts and reached number 6 in addition to being a Grammy Award-winning single, and it was her only gold-selling single as well. Coming up, one of my top 10 from the 1990s. The verification of this knowledge can be found in my book called The 4 Seasons of R&B Music, my top 10 picks of singers and groups from the 1960s through the 1990s. For more information, you can go to my website. It's rnbhistorian.com, or you can call me at 1-855-SHERYL1, or you can email me email us at SherylUnderwoodRadio.com. I'm America's R&B historian Tyrone Dubois for Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Listen to me. All of y'all are employee of the millenniums. But Kyle said he wanted to be employee of the month.
Okay. I can take the month.
That's it. So we're back and we're talking about Leaving Neverland.
Yeah.
So Courtney, when you watched the first part, I'm going to stop talking. What did you see?
Well, I was going to say, I think during all that trial and stuff, the main question was like, well, how did Michael have this access to sleeping with the kids? You know, it's kind of unbelievable that he could do that, how that time, that personal time with them. And that's what we learned, like how it happened, the grooming and how he got that one-on-one time, the kids away from their family and parents.
Do you feel the parents was groomed as well?
Yes, most definitely. They were enamored with all the glitz and the glamour.
And the money.
And the money.
Yeah.
They're still excited about it when they talk about it. You can see it in one of the mom's eyes.
Did you hear the grandma say? The grandma said that she went to heaven when she went to Neverland.
Yeah,
they're living in squalor in Australia. The way they were saying it, and not saying that Australia is squalor to all, because we got affiliates in Australia.
They was living in one of the parts that
she was glossy.
But it looked like I thought the father had a fruit company and everything. Yeah. That's the part that I didn't like, was that I felt the family usually when and everybody knows my background. Usually, what is the word for it? What the person that's about to do this? I don't want to say.
Predator?
Right. That's right. The perpetrator. The perpetrator looks for something vulnerable to attach to.
Absolutely. Even when you're on the up and up.
That's what glared out to me.
Yes.
And you could see which people were. I'm like, okay, you picked. You know who you can get over.
You know how to pick them.
That's right.
One of the moms looked. It's funny. The Australian family. I found the brother more believable than some of the other people.
The older brother.
Yes.
Yeah. He is very upset, and it was because Michael Jackson was the biggest star in the world, paying attention to our family, and I just think that, to me, Courtney, you had said in the show prep meeting, you said, did you say how did it happen or why?
Well, how that on Michael's side of it, I thought Catherine lived at Neverland, like nobody questioned, him having his own family or friends.
I didn't think she lived in Neverland. I thought they still stayed at the house in
Even
if they did,
yes.
Yeah. You're not going to see what I'm doing,
and you're not going to say anything. And you're not going to say anything about what I'm doing.
That's right.
That's the key. You're not going to say anything. And a lot of people are now talking about the power that Michael Jackson had, the two personalities. When he told the mama, I always get what I want.
Okay.
And it was I'm not gonna let you take my baby, but I will let you spend long periods of time with my child where I'm not around. And remember, things don't just happen at night.
Right.
So then when they were talking about what they were doing, but I want to ask all of you, would you know enough about your children to see a difference in them? You wouldn't?
No.
You would hope so, but
well.
Okay, we're going to continue this discussion when we come back from more show.
I hate Kyle.
I said he don't know it too. Usually a Harry Sutherland line. Usually a Harry Sutherland line. You've been mighty quiet over there. We're going to come to you when we come back for more show on the radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, we're in the sports bar where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. Hey, on tomorrow, can we talk about this country song that's a hip-hop song that got Billy Ray Cyrus on it, Jim?
That is funny, Cheryl, because some of my white friends texted it to me yesterday.
Really?
Got white friends?
Oh,
yeah.
Shut up, Harry.
I got white friends.
You stupid as hell.
Crazy.
Harry, you thought
I know you got some black friends.
I know, that's us.
They were all excited about Billy Ray.
Yes. So you know about this song?
Yeah, I do.
Is it what is it? Old Country?
Town Road.
Wait a minute. What is it?
Old Town Road.
Is that what it is?
That's what it's called, right?
What?
All right, let me see.
Who is it? Little who?
Lil Nas X.
Little Nas.
Okay, so we're going to talk about it on tomorrow so we can play this whole song, so y'all get ready.
Old Town Road.
Man, it's a pretty good song. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I like it. So we're going to talk about that on tomorrow. But right now we're talking sports. Can we finally talk about the NCAA, the women first? We're going doing the women. Man, shut up.
The women.
That's right.
The women.
Because then they beat who
I
beat?
think it was
Notre Dame and Baylor. Didn't Baylor beat?
Who played? Baylor got one of their girls got hurt early in the game, tore up her knee, and Baylor still beat Notre Dame.
I have a question. What happened to Connecticut? I thought Connecticut wins this all the time.
Nope. They usually do. Every so often they let somebody else win.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Because
they said Baylor beat Notre Dame before, and I thought other people would get to win except Connecticut. I thought Connecticut won.
It's funny. Every 4 years they let somebody else win.
Yeah,
I thought true that. I thought I didn't even know they lost. I guess I ain't been paying attention.
Yeah.
But see, y'all didn't want to talk about it when I was trying to bring it up when it happened.
True.
So I had to slip it in.
I own that. It's my fault.
That's right. Y'all should have wanted to talk about it. And then Virginia.
Yes, Virginia.
See, that's how I had to trick them, Courtney. I had to talk about the women first, then finally get them to talk about something they like.
Pretty cool story, Cheryl. A year ago, they're humiliated by losing to the first 16 seed ever, and then they come back and they win the freaking national championship.
Wow.
That's a good story there. Sports story. Motivational.
Somebody called me and said, why you don't talk about the gymnast that broke both her legs? Because that's nasty.
That is.
And we were going to talk about, when we talked about on the talk, I was like, well, can I bring up Joe Theismann? They was like, shut up. You say that? Sure did.
Already. I think we might have watched The Blind Side together, Cheryl.
Did me and you?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we did. Me and Kyle go to the movies together.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Great movie.
And they showed that Joe Theismann hit.
Yeah, I was like,
I've seen it.
I almost threw up my popcorn. Then it was so delicious. I had mixed, tangent.
Go ahead.
Then you go to the movies because Kyle going to the movies. See Little Vic. What you say?
It's been a minute since we had a tangent.
That's right. We had a tangent. I like to mix a half the popcorn, then put the butter and the salt, shake it up, then put some half of popcorn on again, and then butter and salt, and shake it up.
Old lady habits.
I like that.
That's not bad though.
You know what's funny? Deion Cole posted a video.
Yeah.
He put a straw up under the butter thing and stuck the straw in the popcorn.
Oh, that's pretty
good. So it could
good.
go to the bottom and everywhere, right?
Oh, really?
That's ingenious.
Is that?
Don't contact him just because you used the straw, by the way.
Does it go straight down, though?
Yeah.
It may be to the middle.
It worked.
Right. You gotta swirl it around.
Well, yeah,
it would be
the straw
shake it up
around
a
the
little bit,
bottom,
But if the straw is stuck in the popcorn,
we need to try it.
I know, and then film it. Somebody tried it, and then film it.
Wow.
Hey, when we come back, can we talk about the smear attack on the Packers? Also, we got to talk about, is Tiger Woods really playing some good golf? If Johnny Manziel has a different name, do we give a damn?
No, we don't.
Especially if it's so close to his original one.
Well, daggone it. And Courtney Black asked the money question. We're coming back. We're in the sports bar. We're coming to talk and women come to eavesdrop. You're listening to Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, we're in the sports bar where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. Our phone lines are open to you, 1-855-SHERYL1, or you can email us at SherylUnderwoodRadio.com. We got the World According to Sheryl, the podcast of Sheryl Underwood Radio, so we want you to take Sheryl Underwood Radio with you wherever you go. On tomorrow, Harry Sutherland's going to break down Attorney General Barr's testimony before Congress and what little we know about it, or what, because he probably redacted all of it. So he's going to break that down for us at the top of the show.
He has that legal right.
That's right. But right now, Tony Bennett was in Virginia.
Yes.
Oh, this is a different Tony Bennett.
Different Tony
Bennett.
I
was going to say
picture of him.
Tony Bennett. What?
Yes, he's
good looking guy.
Young and
yes,
handsome.
he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yes. Is he single? What's happening?
He is not single, Cheryl.
Oh,
Sorry.
It's impossible.
How old is he?
I bet 50s.
Yeah,
really?
pretty good.
Late 40s,
He's
50.
handsome.
Yeah.
No
His
way.
dad was a legend.
What about his friends? Who was his father? You know who he looks like?
His dad was
He like
dead.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
He does?
Chris Pine, the dude that
There
played
goes
Captain
Courtney.
Kirk.
Oh, there she go.
That played Captain Kirk on the Star Trek, young Captain Kirk.
Oh, I got
You know who Chris Pine daddy is?
No.
Who?
Robert
was-
Vine?
Yeah, he does look like
Yeah, the dude on Chips.
The white cop?
The captain, the leader of the Chips.
Oh, the leader.
Yeah, the
Not
leader
Eric.
of the Chips. Not Eric Estrada. You stupid.
Robert Pine.
That's right. Robert Pines.
Did I say Robert?
Yeah,
You
I thought
did,
that's
Kyle.
what you said.
Oh.
Hey, speaking of names, Johnny Manziel got a new name, but do we give a damn?
That's actually funny,
No,
though.
we don't.
Uh-huh.
Because he's going by John now, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that usually when you like mature and stuff?
That's
like
what
you
you're
get rid of
trying to
the
do.
Johnny, you're not a kid no more.
Should have done that at the initial
But
of
he
his
hasn't.
comeback.
He's got divorced, lost his job, lost
Hey,
2 other jobs.
Yeah, what
He's
are
really
you?
not maturing too much.
He should have been
Harry?
John when he was with the Cleveland Browns.
Well,
Right.
That's when he should have been
Exactly.
John.
Should have got
That's
mature.
all that
actually
money.
maturing him.
About
Losing
5
your
years
job,
ago.
getting
Yes.
divorced, put some hair on your chest.
Yeah.
You
Still
know,
got that oil money.
Oh,
True
yeah.
that. That's right. So he got that retirement.
That's it.
Jameson said that his faith got him together. Oh, never mind.
Who?
Passing on.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
He said his faith for real?
Yes, faith. Well, okay, so y'all didn't sound happy about that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Jameis.
Aaron Rodgers
What
said
a great
there's
segue.
see,
Johnny to James.
see, I was trying, Jim. I was trying off the dome. You see, I was trying. You know? So Aaron Rodgers say report is a smear attack on the Packers.
Yeah, there was a big, I guess, inside information Bleacher Report article about the relationship with Mike McCarthy, his old coach, and then Aaron Rodgers, and it didn't make either one look very good. So
the
Rodgers
looked pretty bad though.
It made McCarthy look worse than Rodgers.
Wow.
Rodgers is probably in the
Smart.
right anyways. He doesn't have to deal with McCarthy. He's too good.
Right. So is he staying or?
Oh, he's
usually
staying.
when
Oh,
there's
yeah.
leaking and beefing
McCarthy's
and
out.
stuff,
Yeah.
somebody. That's
Yeah.
right. Somebody's
Yeah.
getting fired.
Well,
So
he was
He
out.
was fired.
Yeah, he was fired, and people were wondering what it was. And most people said that Aaron Rodgers sandbagged him, made him lose his job, put LeBron on him. But now it's the Bleacher Report is making it seem like Mike McCarthy didn't have a high football IQ, wasn't the sharpest tack in the bunch.
Aaron's
that's
pretty
it.
sharp, Cheryl.
yeah.
He's like a
Berkeley
he's
guy.
a really smart guy.
Hold on, Harry. But Vic, is he winning now? If he may be sharp, but is he winning?
Well, I think that's more McCarthy's fault
yeah.
than Aaron's. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You have
It's
to get
coach's
the
fault.
coach. You got to
Yeah.
go to the head. Go to the coach.
That's it.
Man,
That's right.
Yeah.
See,
Jason
Underwood
Garrett,
has
right?
a bumper sticker that says "Go to the head."
right.
Yeah.
Which
That's right.
I'm not putting a bumper sticker on my car.
No,
No, she
Mess the paint job up.
No,
but I get the bumper sticker on the bumper. Pull it up to the bumper. But see, I don't believe that it's always the coach. I don't believe it's always the
It's
coach.
always Coach Underwood.
No, why?
Well,
Why you
talent
say that?
helps.
Well,
Well, it starts at the top. It starts with Robert Kraft. And then from Robert Kraft, it goes to Bill Belichick.
Right.
And Bill Belichick puts the coaching staff in place.
yes.
And if you cannot win in the National Football League if you don't have a solid coach and a good quarterback, you need both.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ask the fellas go to the Google and find out where there was not a solid coach but a winning team. And
I know right now, Cheryl.
What? And we'll
Barry
do it on the
Switzer
other
down.
side.
Of course you do.
Come on, Jim.
So, off the dome.
No.
Off the dome.
Always talk
See, I
about
threw
that.
that up for you.
Right.
We're
Go
gonna
ahead.
talk about we're gonna talk about it on the other side of the break. And we got to talk about who Courtney we talk about with the money. When we come back, we're in the sports bar with Make Up Talking when we come to eavesdrop. You listen to Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, after this break, Kyle Urban's going to give us our male rights activists a minute. Did I say something about Tiger Woods doing something?
You did.
What did he do?
It's Masters Week, Cheryl.
What?
On
Ugh.
CBS.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that part is good on
part's
CBS.
good. Yeah.
Okay, people stop texting me.
He's looked good in practice, basically.
Well, that's
so
good.
That
That's
means
good.
he won't win.
Yeah.
Damn. 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 Come on, Tiger. Go back to Perkins.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's
all you need.
That's
Your
right.
executives need him on Sunday. This is a big deal. The
That's right.
Masters.
For the
money.
They want those eyeballs. They
That's
want
right.
Tiger in it.
That's right. He needs
the
to do
ticket.
something
Yeah,
to
he does.
bring the eyeballs
Yeah.
back.
Bootyism.
That's right. It works. Y'all, have I stalled enough for y'all to look and find how has there ever been a bad coach but a great team? Because y'all seem to believe, you men seem to believe it's the coach that makes the team. I believe that sometimes it's the quarterback that makes the team. Sometimes it's other things that make the team. And you can have a decent coach or even a horrible coach but still a winning team. Jim, you say what?
Go back to Dallas Cowboys, Cheryl. Last time they won a Super Bowl, fellas, who was your head coach?
Oh, okay, Barry Switzer.
How about them Cowboys?
But listen, Barry was a great coach. He did 16 years with Oklahoma.
A great coach.
Brilliant coach.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Barry
not
Switzer
great.
was I thought Barry Switzer was a
Great college coach.
What
Wasn't
year?
a
Yeah.
good pro coach.
Oklahoma.
And
Yeah,
he didn't
Oklahoma.
have to build it.
Man, off the dome.
Cheryl
Jim.
knows Oklahoma.
Man, I
Cheryl.
need some chicken
He
wings.
didn't have to build it. He kind of got what John Gruden
Jimmy
did.
Johnson.
No, I mean, he didn't have to. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson built it just like when John Gruden was able to win that Super Bowl in Tampa.
There you go.
He didn't build it. He just skated right in.
Came in on a good
Tony
time.
Dungy.
Came in at a good time. Yep.
Tony Dungy?
Tony Dungy built that Tampa Bay team.
Brian Billick won a Super Bowl, and he's horrible, and his quarterback was horrible.
See that?
Trent Dilfer.
See
it
that?
happened before.
See
but
that?
They did have Ray Lewis.
See that?
Whoa. You just called Brian Billick horrible? He was not bad, was
No,
he?
he was terrible.
See that?
He was horrible.
He's horrible.
You thought he was horrible too?
Thank you, Aaron. I didn't
See
hear
that?
You thought he was horrible too?
I didn't even like him, Cal.
Sports
He's
ball
not-
right here.
He's not
I
Dave
know.
Campo horrible.
Vic,
Dave Campo, God.
give me my propers.
Right.
Give me my propers.
There it is, right?
I picked the topic.
Say Dave Campo?
This is
Where is
real
Dave Campo? Is he still living?
Dallas
Is Dave
Cowboys.
still
I don't
living?
know if he's still
Hey, Jim, stay off the Cowboy, okay?
back up.
Let's talk about the Rams, the Cardinals. Let's talk about somebody else.
Hey,
The
super
Raiders.
producer.
Yeah.
Super producer. This the promo while we talk sports on Sheryl
There it
Underwood
is.
Radio. That's right. Because we in the sports bar when we come to talk and when we come to eavesdrop. Y'all having a lot of fun right now. But Courtney got to have some fun. What was the money question that Courtney asked?
So DeMarcus Lawrence from the Cowboys. I guess he got a new contract, $105 million.
To me.
And
How
that's the
many
only
years?
reason why it registered. $105 million.
How
5
many
years.
years?
5
5
years.
years?
My
Yeah.
team bad. My
Big
team.
guaranteed money.
Come on.
Really? How old is he?
DeMar, he's probably mid-20s.
Wow.
I ain't did the mid-20s in
Big dude.
He ain't done that in a while, so you have to stretch out for us.
280.
You ain't got it no more, champ.
It's painful, Cheryl. They so immature. They so
Throwing the
immature.
towel.
You got nothing to talk about.
Don't do it, Underwood.
You don't have
do
nothing to
it.
talk about. I'll tell
It's your
you.
ego, Underwood. Don't do it. Don't
We're
go
not
in
here
there
to
with him.
talk, Eric.
Can I beat him?
You want to say something to him, Courtney?
Oh,
my God.
You want to say
He is a
something to him?
defensive end, Cheryl. You can handle it.
Yeah.
I said, oh, Lord, she's so fine.
I get ready tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Somebody got to tell you the truth, Underwood.
Hilarious.
You ain't got it no more.
He too young for you, Underwood.
That was going to kill you.
That was
He'll
gonna
kill you.
That would have two Viagra.
I got to do it. I got to do it.
You can't win.
Because I got the eye of the tiger.
All right, you boy the tiger.
All right, Underwood, you gonna learn.
We'll be right back for Sheryl Underwood Radio. Kyle Irby's Male Rights Activist Minute coming up next.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
Hey, this is Kyle Irby, and it's time for your MRA Minute on Sheryl Underwood Radio. Today we were talking about head coaches. Jim was making the case that sometimes you don't have to be a great coach and win a championship. You know me, I'm a big fan of coaches. I think it's all about the coach. Now, in the home analogy, the coach is your wife. She is the head coach and general manager. And now the kids, they're the players. And you're the owner. That's right. You should be the big boss. You make the big decision. But don't let that all go to your head like, yeah, I'm the boss. That's right. I'm the team owner. Because no. The owner paid the cost to be the boss. That's right. That means they take care of the bills. They take care of all the needs of the organization. Your job is to make sure the coach feels supported. Make sure the coach has whatever she needs to be able to put the best product on the field. And as I said, the product on the field is your kids. So if your kids out there embarrassing you, something might be wrong with the head coach, or it might be wrong with the team owner. All right? Because I'm a Raiders fan. My team embarrasses me every week, and it always goes back to the owner. I'm a Lakers fan. My team embarrasses me every season because the owner ain't got it together. The owner keep trying to pick different coaches, same result. It's not the coach, dog. It's you. Bill Belichick, that's my favorite coach, right? Coach of the Patriots. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I like what he does. But he wouldn't be Bill Belichick without Robert Kraft, because Robert Kraft helps Bill Belichick have the things he needs so he can get his job done. Come on now. So fellas, what your lady needs, you need to supply. Might mean equipment for the kid. That might mean training. Sometimes that just may be some muscle. Let the GM and the coach do their job, but make sure you don't be so hands off that you like, hey, that ain't my job, that's your job. Nah, sometimes they may need a little help. If the coach got some grievances, I know we don't like to talk, but you always got to make sure the coach is getting what they want. All right? I'm sorry, did I say want? I meant need. Don't let them take too far, because, you know, sometimes they get a little spoiled and they think all their problems are your your fault. That's getting a whole nother conversation. That's enough for now. If you want to hear more, you can always get 60 minutes of MRA Manishness on the MRA podcast with Kyle and Kamal, available on Apple or wherever you get your podcast. And of course, I can be found on The World According to Sheryl. If you have something to say, reach out to me. I'm at Kyle Irby on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and always on my website at kyleirby.com. Ladies, I love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. In case you missed it, and if you would like to call Kyle Urban, let him say our or R to you over and over and over again. With a little cute voice and everything. Wow. Yes. And ladies are calling in going, Vic Frost, you married?
Not yet.
1-855-SHERYL. Also, Lovey Dovey Tony Terry Late Night Cupcaking on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of you women just
yeah.
find somebody else to deal with. So we about to get that 6 seconds from Hill, that news you can use that word on the street from our favorite country lawyer, better known as Judge Harry Southern. So attorney Barr, they say he lied. He need to go ahead and kill yourself because you caught. He caught.
He's caught. He's caught that, Sheryl. I'm telling you.
Is he caught?
And right now they may vote to actually have him hold him in contempt. They may take that vote. They're hoping that he's going to come around and do some good faith negotiations with the House. But they said right now they're looking at finding him in contempt.
Jim, you say what?
He's just the latest person in a wild witch hunt by Harry Sutherland and all of his Democrats.
All the Democrats.
Hold on. Courtney Black says my shoes are ugly.
No, I said they're pretty.
I thought I was reading your lips. I thought you meant they ugly.
She said ugly.
Ugly.
You're right.
Y'all saying they're
y'all
ugly.
killing me throwing each other under the bus today. First Kyle.
It was R and ugly.
I can't stand y'all.
Jim is with Sheryl today. He's with Sheryl today.
God,
You want to retry that, Harry? What she said?
Sticking together.
It was an R. I think it was an R.
Oh, I can't stand y'all right now.
And she said ugly, too.
Thank you, Harry.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Throwing each other on the bus. Hey, Harry Sutherland, why didn't they just call everybody under Barr in to testify or subpoena everybody? Then when they did not comply with the subpoena, then they would back him in the corner. Would that have been a better strategy?
I think the big get was Barr himself. And I think that's what they want to do was to trigger the person that they're actually targeting because they can't get Donald Trump right now. So they use the Barr to get to Trump.
Joe Biden got 50% of the black vote. Jim, you want to say?
And it's increasing, too.
You want to say what?
Stupid question. Could they get Rosenstein to talk about it? Because he's one of the ones that saw it, probably, right?
Okay, Harry, what you think about that?
Dumb question.
I think they should have actually subpoenaed him as well to come testify.
And wait, but I thought he retired.
He did.
Okay, so to me, Harry, you have researched this. Maybe we'll bring this back on tomorrow. Okay, to me, the dude that did the report will soon not be under the control of Barr. And what's his name? Rosenstein? Rosenstein?
That's right.
And I apologize if I don't want to butcher his name, but I've heard it both ways. He will be retired.
That's right.
And he will be out from under Barr and President Trump.
That's right.
Wait till all these people retire or leave a job, then subpoena them, and they have no other choice.
The way he gets rid of them, that should be easy.
That's right. That's right. And start
Henry
putting
Gibson
people in jail.
Back to talk.
Listen to me. You better stop talking about it. You're killing me. Only you and I know. Who here Gibson? Me and Jim on fire. Wait. So Harry, research this on tomorrow because to me, why they not throwing people in jail for contempt of Congress? Research that.
You got it.
Because they used to. Okay, when we come back, I don't know what else we're going to talk about, but Okay, we'll be right back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. In case you missed it, Congratulations, Byron Allen, for acquiring, let me make sure I got this right, Bayou City Broadcasting. Okay. Now, you know Byron Allen owns the Weather Channel.
Right.
And invested all that money to make the flood show up on the camera. So you can see what it looks like when it's flooding, Jim.
Right.
And y'all
Great
saw
investment.
that?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he got that money.
Yeah.
And he also produces, I've been on Comics Unleashed, and funny you should ask, and I'd like to say thank you for the money.
Full TV show.
Yes, thank you for the money. Thank you for the money.
He secured a $10 billion sports network deal.
Because Byron Allen going, we didn't need to go bump some money on.
Okay.
Never get rid of the weather one.
Man, listen, ain't never, because everybody needs the Weather Channel.
Absolutely.
Plus, it's on when you go into your hotel, sometimes your TV be on.
Everywhere.
It's on the Weather Channel.
Sure
Boy, making that money. Let me see. I would like to thank Radio Facts. All our friends over at Radio Facts, the voice for voices, and personally Kevin Ross for shouting out Sheryl Underwood Radio for having 375 affiliates after the daytime Emmys. Go over to Radio Facts. Now, I'm not telling the audience, I'm telling y'all. I mean, we on the air.
But the audience, y'all can go check it out too.
Check it out too. That's right, at Radio Facts. But go check it out. See that? Man, watch. Come on. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
Right
man,
there.
Look at that.
Front page.
Right above Rashawn McDonald having a podcast with Hill Harper and Kiara Shea.
Good picture,
Kiara Shea. How you say it? She gospel singer. Anyway, which I want to ask
I wasn't hosting the daytime Emmys for the third time.
Man, it was amazing. It was fantastic. I will tell you, I love working with Mario Lopez. I love working with everybody at the Academy and all the producers over there. What I really liked about it was that we tried to scale down so we could get to the results, so everybody could get to thanking everybody they wanted to thank for their wins, and then go to their network parties because everybody goes back to work, and that's why I was like dragging. Also, let me see. Wait a minute. Let me look at the clock. I'm going to go to break. When I come back, we're going to talk more about that. And then we got to talk about something special that happened. And I'm trying to choose my words wisely because is there something else I'm supposed to be? I don't know. When you don't get a lot of sleep, you don't know what you're talking about.
Sure.
Yeah. That brain starts. You start to.
I know.
Feel
It's brain freeze. It's brain freeze. Hey, but you know what? I'm going to tell you what God loves, and that's the truth. We'll be right back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. In case you missed it, Kyle, can you make some type of promo of your gigs?
The next batch. Yeah, I'll write that down.
What about the batch that I see now?
That batch is for May. We almost through that batch.
That boy
right.
Yeah,
right.
Thank you, sure. I'm gonna put it up.
Yeah, make sure you put it up. And also in the sports bar where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop, it's Kyle Irby's Male Rights Activist Minute, and everybody's loving Harry. You telling it like it is. Courtney, you shouting out our social media, and Kyle Irby's Male Rights Activist a minute. Somebody who needs to become a male rights activist. Tiger Woods.
Oh, yes.
Tiger Woods at the White House. Were you digging it, Jim? Was you digging it?
I was digging it actually pre-show. You know who brought it up?
Who?
Courtney.
Courtney.
Yeah. Sports Story. Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
You did it, Courtney?
Sure did.
Yeah.
You was holding it down while I was gone?
She was. She's like, hey, he got the president, what is it? The Presidential
Medal of Freedom.
Medal of Freedom.
Medal of Freedom.
Yeah. For winning the Masters.
With that horrible
CBS.
Oh, yes.
And she did say that part, too.
Some fibers.
But him and Trump probably get along pretty good.
Taco meat was on top.
Yeah, they loved each other. They love each other. No, you didn't say.
Spacey taco meat.
I'm not taco meat.
So love. Man, this ain't no shout out tangent. I like to thank Del Taco.
I love Del Taco.
Oh my gosh, you know they got
it every day.
Yes, but they're not making that anymore.
They not?
Yeah, I almost cried in the drive-thru.
I know how that feels.
But they're making cilantro lime rice.
Like the Bentley rolling damn drive-thru.
They do look surprised. Like
$3.86.
yes, Jim, you must have been in the back seat
$1,000
every
Friday.
was looking at me like, get your out the car. Right?
Is your chef off for the night? Like, what?
Oh my God,
Yes,
Harry Sutherland. But it was. I had 2 del taco, and then you can get the beans with the rice.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's just like Chipotle's. I know. Wait a minute. The dude that
You're talking my language.
The dude that hates to go. Why are you not talking sports right now?
In the sports bar, yeah.
Right. But you like Del Taco too, Kyle?
I love Del Taco. I haven't had meat in a few days. I can't wait to be back.
He's on
You know they have the impossible. They have the impossible, Kyle.
What's that called?
The protein.
I'm not eating cooked foods. I know Courtney's doing. What are you doing?
You doing raw?
I'm doing no carb,
raw.
no sugar.
I'm doing raw.
I'm doing Del Taco.
I'm on day number 9.
Yes.
You
on day
what?
number 9 of the 10 days?
Yeah. Thank you.
That's congratulations, Courtney. I see that cheekbone jawline right in there. That's
You're
when you
eating
know.
food, right?
Big things popping.
Yeah.
Kyle's eating that miserable stuff.
Yeah, he's eating barbecue
Yeah.
stuff for all the birds.
Tiger Woods is got some nerve to try to. He got his hair lined up on the side. He got the corner sharp. He got the corner real sharp.
Because he's missing it in the middle.
Oh, it's real
Hey, Harry, there's
Poor guy gets an honor and he's talking about his hair.
I know
because he should have wore a hat or a kufi or something.
Yeah, at least a hat.
But Harry, I thought it was a
Yarmulke.
black guy named, I think his name is Charles Seaford, Sifford. Where they go to the Google, Google. And I think he was a golfer who crossed the color line, broke the color barrier in golf, and he got the Congressional Medal of Freedom from President Obama. The only thing I didn't like about Tiger Woods, the presentation, they didn't talk about his what's his daddy's name?
Earl.
Mr. Earl Woods, scholars, the money that he gives kids, right? And they didn't talk about, is it the Tiger Woods Academy? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In California, I think.
Yeah. I they didn't talk about his service at all. So then you think it's just 2 dudes that play golf together giving each other high fives and medals and stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot Trump's
The president could help him get a damn tombstone for his dad, a headstone.
He should
He should help him do
First
that.
order of business.
And he already put Tiger name on I think a cabana or something out at the Doral golf course or something. And then back in the day when Tiger wasn't doing so well in golf, he was getting into golf course design.
Was Trump his friend at that time?
Yeah, he was trying to help him out.
That's the rich angle. That's what all these guys do. They put their names on them.
Yes.
Yep.
Who designed the golf course?
Jack Nicklaus.
Right.
He makes money.
That sure does.
Yeah.
Make a grip. Does he really designs though, right?
Yeah.
And Tiger really gets into the design. Oh, speaking of golf, as we go to break, also this weekend and the top of this week, I'm a member of George Lopez Foundation's board of directors, and he had his weekend and he plays golf. It's a golf tournament, and everybody's out there, and it was great to see all of the people supporting him. It was the exact same time of the daytime. So we'll talk more about who attended the George Lopez Foundation weekend, where he raises money to combat kidney disease and to help military families. So we'll continue this discussion on tomorrow. We come back, we're going to talk a little more sports, because we're in the sports bar. We're come talking, we're come to eavesdrop on Sheryl Underwood Radio.
It's the best of Sheryl Underwood Radio, starting now.
And we're back with more Sheryl Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. Hey, it's time for our final thoughts. Super producer, can you pull that McFadden Whitehead so I can reiterate how many affiliates we got? Kyle Irby, your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is welcome back, Sheryl Underwood.
There it is.
It's not the same without you.
Come on now.
We are so glad that you finally stumbled into work.
Stumbled
into work.
Ain't that a song? Stumbling in?
Stumbling in.
Pull it, super producer. Stumbling in is a song. Stumbling in. It's a song. I know it's a song. Stumbling in. Stumbling in. Yeah, it's a song. I'm telling you.
Be a country song, right?
No, it's a rock song. It's like one of them.
I'm gonna have to Google it. Let me Google it now.
Go to the Google, Harry. Google.
Chris Norman and Susie Quattro.
What I say?
Oh, really?
Get it? It's a song. I told y'all. What I tell you? That's what I tell you.
What were you watching?
Wow. Go ahead, Chris Norman.
How you know this song?
That's right. And he just, I think he passed away or something. Something happened to him because we shouted him out.
It's like an alarm.
This was like his one hit.
1978, it was
one hit.
That's his one hit. That was his biggest hit. Go. I can't stand y'all. We gonna figure it out by tomorrow. We figured out by tomorrow. Okay, but first, can we get that McFadden White? Hey, Courtney Black, you got some final thoughts?
Yeah, thanks for representing Sheryl Underwood Radio on the red carpet and representing black females, man. You did the dang thing.
That's right.
Proud of you.
That's right.
Thank you for cleaning that up, Courtney.
Yeah, you
That's
heard
right.
it.
It was stumbling in.
Courtney was stumbling too, huh?
Yeah,
That's where it was on the cusp.
And thank you, Courtney Black, for being my friend and always understanding when I be showing you love, and you, but I scare you at the same time. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Remember,
Sheryl always thinking way past the first thought.
Absolutely.
Always.
What was the moral of the story today, Jim? Don't let nobody have your schedule because they'll start planning. Can't you clean out those gutters? What about this? What about that?
True.
Can you mow the lawn? What about this?
Now that you don't, hey, you don't know what I had.
That's right. I was planning on putting my feet up on the couch and watching Sports Center all day long.
Okay.
Right. All right. Final thoughts, Jim Kelly?
Yes, final thoughts. We talked about the Presidential Medal of Freedom honor earlier. Tiger Woods got. Credit to you, Charlie Sifford. First one that President Obama gave him to.
That's right.
The Jackie Robinson of golf.
Yes.
And Tiger Woods named his son Charlie after him.
See
I did
that?
not know that. Yeah.
Man, listen to me.
Wow, there it is.
That's
Tiger
what we do.
woke. Y'all don't know.
Staying woke
Staying
on
woke.
Sheryl Underwood. In the sports bar.
And Joe Lewis helped him try to get on the tour.
You don't know Joe Lewis.
He whooped Joe Lewis.
Rocky Marciano. That's all they got.
Thank you, Harry.
There we go.
Who's that, Kyle? Who's that?
Rocky Marciano.
That's all they got.
There they
Rocky
go.
Marciano.
That's all they got.
That's all they got.
That's they won.
Yes, they won.
This Black
And the new
History
fast white kid.
and I was about to say, ready? And this Black History Month moment is brought to you by James Brown's Hotter Than a Mofo.
That's
Nuts. All right, Vic Frost, you got some final thoughts?
I want to echo everybody's thought and also add that you looked amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Cara Giannini, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, head of wardrobe at the CBS The Talk, and Dale McDonald. Dale McDonald won his second daytime Emmy.
Come on,
for
boy.
a bit of makeup.
Go ahead, Dale.
Yes.
Eve's fine hairdresser lady won.
She won for hair.
Yeah, that we had on this show.
Absolutely. Angela Styles. Angela Styles. And I love her. Right in front of Courtney.
Down. I know. I'm about to slap him in his head.
Calm down.
We're still on the air, y'all. We're still
That's
on
like,
the air.
remember, you know the Burger King commercial when the chicken and the French fry was getting married, and everybody got excited. Chicken and the rooster went, calm down. Everybody, calm down.
Wow.
But I'm glad that y'all pay attention to the other categories in the daytime Emmys. I think we also won for set design, scenic art, and set
killing
design.
them sets though.
Don't they?
That's right. So we got three. We got three. Matter of fact, the dude to do set design redesigned my dressing room. That's studio. That's the studio. It's hot. It's hot. That's right. So really, I'm happy to be at the Talk. Happy that we got season 10. Happy that we got a new addition to our table starting in that season 10. I'm happy that my crew is coming out. We're all gonna be together.
That's right.
In 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Having a good time kicking it.
Already?
Yeah.
Already.
2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks we'll be together. And Harry Southern, what you got?
Congratulations to Dr. Sheryl P. Underwood for hosting the Daytime Emmy for a third time in a row. Might I suggest you keep doing what you're doing?
Might I suggest?
But seriously, Sheryl.
Tell her again, Harry.
Might I suggest you keep doing what you're doing?
All right, again.
Might I suggest that you keep doing
what you're doing? That's what I'm
Y'all don't hear me. One more time.
Okay.
Might I suggest you keep doing what you're doing? But seriously, Sheryl.
That's it. That's all you need.
You're the hardest working person I know. I'm telling you. I mean, seriously, you are. You work all the time, 24/7. I'm so proud of you. All the things that you're doing, and the reason why you work hard because you understand your dreams don't come true.
Come on,
that's right.
Unless you work.
That's absolutely.
Come on, boy.
And what else we know here? You put God first, and everything else will fall into
God
place.
First.
And for all of our listeners and all of our supporters, we thank you. That's why each and every day we ask you to go out and be a blessing. As God bless you, we'll holler at you tomorrow. If the Lord says the same, if He does not, and it's your last day on earth, we hope that when you see the Master, He says, "Servant, well done," because of the life you've lived, work you've done, people you've asked for forgiveness when you've trespassed against them. Again, this is Sheryl Underwood Radio. Be blessed. Be easy, because ain't no stopping us now.